You know, I read somewhere that there are infinite parallel
universes.
Yeah. Then in one of them, maybe I actually like mornings.
I'd like to meet that version of you.
And in another, you're probably a decent cook.
And in another, you're funny.
Impossible. That would break the laws of physics.
No, but seriously, do you think it's possible that, I don't know, this same conversation is happening?
Honestly, I think all that is pseudoscience nonsense made to sell comics and movies.
Why do you always have to be like that?
Like what? I'm just saying people like to believe there are other realities so they can feel less like losers in this one.
Great. Now you're upset.
I'm not upset.
Oh, yes, you are.
No, I'm not.
You have an upset face.
And you have an idiot face. You know what really upsets me?
That you act like you know everything.
Well, sir, let me bring you some fresh news. You don't.
Do you know what a dark swan event is?
You mean a black swan event? An unexpected, unpredictable, high-impact occurrence that retroactively people pretend was obvious?
No, please, enlighten me.
All right, smart guy. You know the definition, but do you know what it means? For centuries in Europe, they used the phrase black swan to say something was false, because they had only ever seen white ones.
A black swan was an impossible event, until they discovered Australia was full of them. And then...
click. The brain of literally everyone changes. And what was once impossible suddenly becomes perfectly explainable. Almost predictable. Like the coronavirus.
Yeah, or Trump becoming president. I told you, I know what it is. Where are you going with all this? You're acting weird this morning. Did Mercury go retrograde again?
Come on, it's a joke.
You've got an ass face.
That's very mature of you.
No, literally. In another reality, you have an ass for a face. And it's taking all my strength to keep this conversation going.
All right, here it goes. There are multiple realities. That's a fact. And in a ridiculously high percentage of them, we're puppets. I don't mean puppets of fate. I mean just
Puppets. And I know that because this morning,
I had a black swan event.
in the shower.
You know what I think happened?
Something tells me I don't really have a choice here.
My theory is that you used up all the hot water in every single one of the infinite parallel realities at the same time. Every last drop. And that broke the multiversal fabric.
And now I'm living all of them at once. Which honestly is a lot to deal with before coffee.
Are these your glasses or my glasses?
Since when do you wear glasses?
Ever since you started wearing pigtails, you haven't been listening to me.
Of course I'm listening, sweetheart. It's just, this whole thing feels a bit too elaborate just to scold me.
Not everything revolves around you, sweetheart.
If I didn't know you, I'd say you woke up looking for a fight, my love.
Getting slower?
Not a chance.
Nice block.
Better kick.
You're still on my six, huh?
Where else would I be?
Ready for round two?
Always.
Locked and loaded.
Oh, that's never a good sound.
Oh, that's a lot of them! Taking heavy hits over here! Oh, come on, no, she's gonna hurt!
Actually, you know what? I'm not really in the mood for fighting today.
Well, great. Now we're two. Believe it or not, across a gazillion realities, I've seen all kinds of versions of us. Sometimes we're rich, sometimes we're broke, in some we can fly. Then there are the ones where our bones are gelatinous and we kind of slither around, leaving a trail of custard-colored slime. Never mind, it doesn't matter. What matters is that I've realized there are only two things that repeat themselves over and over and over.
In absolutely every single parallel universe that exists.
Absolutely every single parallel universe that exists. One is that it's always you and me.
together, even when everything else changes. Like somehow we've managed to find each other in every life we've ever had.
And the second one is that in every single one of them, I'm unhappy.
Wait, what? What?
I'm unhappy. I'm really sorry. I don't know how to say this, but I have to change that. At least in one of my lives.
At least in one of my lives.
And it has to be in this one?
You didn't make up this whole story just to dump me, right?
Honey?